What is going on, my friends? Welcome back to the channel. David here, one half of Two Guys Build a Biz. And over the last 8.5 years, together with my business partner, Derek, I've built a 7-figure social media marketing agency from nothing, very limited experience in entrepreneurship, 3 failed businesses, to now running a 7-figure social media marketing agency with team all over the world. Like many of you, we knew nothing when we were getting started, and there's a number of nuggets that we picked up along the way, and I want to share those with you guys today. There are 5 quotes that completely changed the way that I look at my business or parts of my business, and are quotes that always play in the back of my mind anytime that I hit a challenge or a crossroads in our agency. These are quotes that we picked up from mentors that we invested tens of thousands of dollars in. These are quotes that we picked up from old bosses that we had before we were ever entrepreneurs that helped us level up in our careers. And if you listen to these quotes, they are going to help you a lot, especially the 5th quote that I'll share at the end, which relates directly to running an agency. Now, before we jump into these quotes, I want to let you guys know that I'm literally just putting the final touches on our brand new course, Go High Level Mastery, which will be going live inside of Growth School. If you haven't checked out Growth School, you can check it out in the description down below. It is a community that includes an awesome community of fellow entrepreneurs, as well as a bunch of different courses inside of there as well. When Go High Level Mastery goes live, the price of Growth School will be increasing. So join now and lock in the lowest possible rate, because the rate that you sign up at is the rate that you pay for life. Hope to see you inside. Let's talk about the quotes. So the first quote is one that we took from our first mentor, Ron. Ron was a total legend. He was the first boss that Derek and I ever had, because before ever starting our agency, when we were young bucks, fresh out of school, Derek and I were executive recruiters. Now, Ron is somebody who took us under his wing and taught us everything that we needed to know about sales. Ron had an amazing quote, and it was this: plan your work, work your plan. Now, at the time, this was something that was super annoying to me, because this meant that every single day at the end of the workday, I had to fill out this form, which talked about the goals that I had for the day and what I didn't get done, as well as the goals that I had for the next day. Now, what was interesting, and I didn't realize at the time, is that I rarely had anything that I didn't get done for the day. The reason for this was because I actually had a plan for the next day when I came into work. What this was actually doing was it was engaging flow state. As soon as I came into work, I didn't need to waste time thinking about what my plan should be, and I knew exactly what I needed to do. There's a ton of science that supports this. Having a plan supports flow state, and it helps you get down to work right away when your colleagues, like many of mine, are still at the coffee pot wondering what they're supposed to do that day. This is so incredibly important when it comes to your agency, because not only will it make you a more effective agency owner or entrepreneur, it'll also help you be more focused, more productive, and it will help you scale that much faster. Plan your work, work your plan. Now, the next quote is one that Derek actually told me that one of his mentors at his old employer told him, which is: business is a personal development exercise disguised as a job. This one hit me super hard because it could not be any more true. A lot of people think that when they're first getting started in business, they're gonna have all the answers and everything's gonna go right the first time. That's just not the case. Especially when you're first getting started, starting a business is a lot like climbing Mount Everest. You're standing at base camp, you're looking up at the top, which you probably can't even see, and you have no idea how you're possibly gonna climb this mountain. But here's the thing, people don't go to the top of Mount Everest all in one go. They go to base camp, then they go to camp 1, to camp 2, back down to camp 1, and they inch their way up one camp at a time, acclimatizing their body as they go. The same is true for entrepreneurship. If you took the David that started the business on day 1 and put him into my role today, there's no possible way that he'd be able to do that job that I do every day. But over the last 8-9+ years, every single day I've shown up, I've done the work, and I've leveled up as a person, and I've developed personally. The only way that I've gotten to the point that I've gotten to today is by taking those steps every single day. And believe it or not, over time, I climbed Mount Everest, and I'm running a 7-figure business. This quote is so darn impactful. Entrepreneurship is a personal development exercise described as a job. So quote number 3 is a quote that those of you that are just getting started in entrepreneurship need to hear. Imperfect action beats perfect inaction any day of the week. Let me run that back. Imperfect action beats perfect inaction every single day of the week. Now, why is this quote important? I speak with a ton of brand new entrepreneurs every single day is a part of our course, the SMMA Blueprint, or inside of Growth School. I see people who are first getting started, and the single biggest thing that I see hold people back is perfection. They think that every single thing needs to be perfect. They have to have the perfect name. They have to have the perfect niche. They have to have the perfect message before they start outreach for the first time. That's just simply not how it works, and striving for perfect is only going to hold you back, slow you down. I've worked with so many different clients at this point, and many of them are the same way as well. When we launch ads, when we create messaging for the ads, for the follow-ups, they want to micromanage everything sometimes and make sure that everything is perfect, and it sabotages their own success. I work with them, I help them understand that we need to get it out into the market, we need to test the message and see how the market responds so that we can learn, gather data, iterate, and actually know what is going to work. The same is true for you, especially if you're just getting started in your entrepreneurial journey. Instead of striving for perfection, strive for being done. Done is better than perfect 99.9% of the time, unless you're doing heart surgery or something. But that's just not the case. Imperfect action beats perfect inaction every single day of the week. Run it back in the comments down below. So somewhere along our entrepreneurial journey, our agency started to grow and we started to hire team members. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, this is one of the most challenging things that we did as a business because neither Derek or I had really been in a huge managerial role in the past. We definitely hadn't managed a company of team members before. Along the way, we made a lot of mistakes, and honestly, I don't take them back because they were huge learning experiences. You learn from all the mistakes and they become growth opportunities. That being said, a while ago, I was speaking with somebody that I was interviewing, and they had a really, really good insight. They said, don't hire for skills, hire for attitude. Skills can be taught. Now, let me give you a real world example of this. Derek and I were actually just a couple of weeks ago hiring for somebody inside of our business to help us with our Two Guys Build a Biz brand. Our Instagram has been neglected. We haven't had enough time to really give it the attention that it deserves. So we were interviewing two different candidates for a social media director role inside of our company. Now, the two people on paper were almost exactly the same. But during the interview process, I noticed that there was a very, very big difference in attitude. The person that we ended up hiring just had a better attitude. She seemed more willing, more adaptable to change, more confident in her ideas, and just had a better attitude than the other candidate. Even though the other candidate actually had a lower hourly rate, but on paper had almost identical skills and expertise, we ended up going with a candidate that was more expensive, but with the better attitude because she had a better attitude. Believe it or not, it's only a couple of weeks in, and I am so happy with our decision because she's off to the races doing an amazing job for us without us having to basically do anything. This is something that we definitely have made a mistake with along the way, where we've tried to hire the cheapest people, or we tried to hire people that had a direct hit on skills, not realizing that we could actually teach them the things that they needed to be successful if they were somebody who was willing to work hard and was a good culture fit within our company. Don't hire for skills, hire for attitude, because skills can be taught. Now, this last quote is one that is going to be super important for those of you that follow us for our SMMA content. If you are a social media marketing agency owner and you're butting up on objections of price, or people saying things like, hey, your retainer's too expensive, or all the other crap that they try to tell you sometimes, this one is for you. Marketing is a cost, not an investment. Now, smart business owners understand this. You'll realize this as soon as you're speaking with a business owner that's really been around the block a couple of times and hired some people in the past, because they'll understand this. There are no guarantees in marketing. Marketing is an investment. It's an investment in growing your brand, in growing your company. Derek and I, running a 7-figure business now, make a lot of investments in growing our own company. We run all sorts of ads, and sometimes those ads don't always perform. Sometimes we light money on fire on a campaign that just does not succeed. That's the reality of it, and we're social media experts. We've been doing this for 9 years. That's just the reality of the game. And smart business owners understand that when you come along with ideas and processes that you can install in their business, it's an investment in their potential success. There are no guarantees, but getting their brand out there, getting in front of more people is not a cost. It's an investment, and they need to look at it very differently from their overhead, from other things that they have going on in their business, because it's getting eyeballs, it's giving them the opportunity to potentially grow their brand. So if you're speaking with business owners and you're getting pushback on price, or they're saying that maybe your retainer is too expensive, flip the script and say, listen, I want you to think of marketing not as a cost, but as an investment. Think about these dollars that you're investing with my agency having the potential to grow your business. These dollars, when executed by my team, are going to get you and your company in front of all the right people that you want to be in front of. What other dollars are you spending in your business that has that potential? Marketing's not a cost, it's an investment. Flip the script when you're speaking with people. You will close more deals. You'll also come off as super confident, dropping value bombs like that, especially when you're speaking with somebody that knows what they're talking about. 5 amazing quotes that completely changed our business. Let me know which of these hit you the hardest in the comments down below. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel and make sure you check out Growth School. We're dropping Go High Level Mastery in the next couple of weeks here. You're not going to want to miss that. For those of you that are just getting started on your entrepreneurial journey, check out this video right here where my business partner Derek teaches you how to start a social media marketing agency. That's how I make all my money. It's how he makes all his money, completely from scratch, completely for free.